name is Dave Schwartz. If you like this video, I have a much longer, more detailed video that I think you'll love to watch. I am an ICU doctor in New York. I am 50 years old almost. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease 8 years ago. Left side only, arm more than leg now, leg more than arm, no tremor. And I'm here to say that there's hope. Hope for patients, hope for caregivers, and that's despite the fact that I do not think there's going to be a cure in my lifetime. So I'm going to make myself better like other people have. So I read the book from John Pepper over the weekend, Reversing Parkinson's, and I'm going to talk about what I do basically really quick. So number one is stress reduction. Number two is keep your body strong. Number three is neuroplasticity. Really quickly again, stress reduction, he talks about negative stress. He quit his job. To me, my job doesn't cause any stress, or not negative stress, so I can work, but you have to do something so that you avoid stress as much as possible. In terms of stress relief, everybody knows that you could be fantastic, then have someone make you anxious and be Parkinsonian like a zombie immediately, 5 seconds, and it's amazing. So for me, I massage, yoga, exercise every day, binaural ear beats, stretching, some Tai Chi, so forth and so on. In terms of keeping my body strong, 3 things: exercise, diet, and sleep. Starting with diet, for me, that means moving my protein to the end of the day, redistribution, so that any bad effect of protein on my body is going to happen when I'm sleeping, theoretically. Also, I switched, based on some data, from animal protein to plant protein. Number 2 caveat to that is that when my belly is bad, I am bad in terms of my PD. So I take probiotics. I talk a lot about that in my other video. Number 2, we'll talk about sleep. So sleep is incredibly important. I need my sleep. The other thing is that Parkinsonian patients don't have a good circadian rhythm. They don't entrain very well, light and day. So I'm out as much as possible. At night, I keep the lights dark and dim. At my work and in my home, I have ambient simulating lights on my desk so that I could always, quote unquote, be outside. And I think that helps me as well. In terms of exercise, there are basic principles. Number 1, you have to do it. Get up, get around. Aerobic, anaerobic, high intensity if you can, as much as possible without hurting yourself. Cores, strengthen your core, very important. Flexibility, incredibly important. Balance, incredibly important. And I'm going to show you a video about the gait guys at the end of this because I talked about the foot tripod in my other video without really showing it. Symmetry, meaning it's my left side. My doc told me, do not use your right arm for everything because you'll lose it, your left arm. So I use my left, use the mouse, do dumbbells instead of barbells, working on my left side mostly. Obviously, I keep myself in shape. Last thing about exercise is amplitude. Everybody knows that Parkinson's patients are slower looking as they get worse. Their step length is shorter, their arm swings are decreased. So concentrate on big movements, fluidity, exaggeration. What I found to be helpful, and I talked about more in the video, are these smoothie rings, weighted rings. In terms of neuroplasticity, the idea is basically Norman Doidge for PD. John Pepper talks about it. I've been doing it. Pepper came off his meds. People are coming down on their meds. There's no question that it works in many ways. The basic principle, really quickly again, is that screw the basal ganglia that controls autonomic function, walking, talking, singing, swallowing, so forth. Consciously, with my cortex, the outer part of my brain, if I can think about every movement, break down walking into, an infinite number of little movements, thinking about them, I can train myself, make new synapses, make new pathways, and overcome that walk that looks like Parkinson's. And even though I may have PD, I don't look like I have PD. So please, there's hope. Take a look at it. Again, read the gait guides, but the foot tripod is incredibly important during normal standing, for balance, during the stance phase of gait, and during propulsion.